right, everyone, we have a new trailer to react to today, and since it is indeed May the 4th, we have some new Star Wars trailers with the second trailer for Star Wars The Acolyte. Now, I'll admit, I watched the first teaser trailer for this, I want to say a couple months back, maybe a month and a half ago. In any case, I wasn't really overly fond of it. I didn't really care for it. I just thought it was pretty flat. Wasn't that interesting. I heard about the behind-the-scenes stuff, how originally it was going to be, the story itself, The Acolyte, taking place about 100 or so years before the events of the prequels, The Phantom Menace in particular. That it was going to be told from the perspective of the Sith, of the villains, which would be kind of cool for a Star Wars property. But apparently there was a lot of changes behind the scenes, and they kind of scrapped that, and they turned it more into an investigation, a detective show, and we're going to follow the Jedi instead. And I thought, all right, so it's just more the same, what we've been getting with a lot of Star Wars content, particularly with prequel content. So I wasn't really jiving with that, and then I saw the trailer and looked like they pretty much confirmed that's what it was going to be. And I just found it dull. But I don't know, maybe this new trailer will excite me. Maybe it'll get me interested in this show. So I have not seen it yet, so let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll come back with my thoughts. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below as well. But let's go ahead and start watching. Jesus Christ, scared the hell out of me. Christ.
A Jedi was murdered.
Andor's good, though. I like Andor.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.
Jedi are being hunted.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part of a larger plan.
That's a little weird.
Some sort of shift to tip the scales. It's time to face the past. Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
Hello, not Darth Vader.
What are you?
I'm not Darth Vader. There you go. Star Wars The Acolyte, 2-episode premiere, June 4th. Anything else? Is that it? That's it. All right, there you go. Yeah, I still have the same feelings of just kind of apathy. It's a very underwhelming trailer, much like the last one. The thing that's standing out about this to me, both from the original trailer and this, is just kind of how clean it looks. They said that they shot a lot of this. Allegedly, they shot a lot of this on location, and when they didn't use the volume. But for whatever reason, it just feels like they are. It's just something that's just so clean about everything. And I think that's just an overall complaint I've had about the prequels in general. I hate everything it's so shiny and clean, and I just never liked that. I like the grit. I like the groundedness. I like the utilitarian nature of the technology in Star Wars. Big buttons, kind of a little bit of a layer of grease and everything. It's a little worn. And like in the prequels and, like in this. And I know this takes place in that era. It's an aesthetic I just don't vibe with at all. And it's just on full display here. And again, it's not really showing me anything too different. Again, so much of this seems to just be focused on, it's another, Jedi adventure, investigating the Sith. Now, there's going to be, they got to be careful here. They might contradict some of the canon and the lore, though at this point, does Lucasfilm even care about that? I get the impression they're not, they don't. They're not really overly fond of the lore. They find it cumbersome. But yeah, there's just nothing that's really standing out to me about this, whatsoever. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll at least watch the 2-episode premiere. I'll do a review of those first 2 episodes. If I do a review of any of those other episodes, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Star Wars Acolyte is coming out in a period where we've been getting just so many great TV shows, obviously for years. I mean, we're living in a post-Sopranos age. It's the golden era of TV, I feel like, for the last 25 or so years, over 25 years now. And, there's so much great content out. Recently, Shogun, of course, just wrapped. I love Shogun. Fallout was so good. I've been watching a ton of cartoons like X-Men '97, which has been great. My Adventure Superman's coming out soon. So, plus we're in the middle of summer movie season. You almost feel like they should probably drop this like maybe during interim period when there's not as much when there isn't a big Disney film about to be released in theaters or a big blockbuster film, which there's going to be. There already are. So yeah, it's weird. I wonder if the further is there for Star Wars. I just honestly think the Star Wars is in a really rough place. I mean, it's had its rough patches for many, many years. Just talk about the prequels, although there's certainly some rose-tinted looks at the prequels nowadays. But yeah, Star Wars is just in a really rough place. And aside from, Andor, which I absolutely love, and I'm very excited to watch season 2. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for whatever Tony Gilroy is going to be doing in the Star Wars universe, or just in general as a writer and filmmaker. Everything else with Star Wars right now, I'm just apathetic towards, and I don't want to be. I want to be because I love Star Wars. You can see some of the posters in the background. I love the original trilogy. A number of the books I really enjoy. I thought Rogue One was great, but yeah, there's so much right now. I just feel like the property's in such a really bad place, and there's just such a lack of leadership overall, a lack of a vision. And, just dropping stuff like, especially these TV shows, which are, the majority of them have been missed for me, aside from stuff like Andor, maybe the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. But yeah, for right now, I'm just not digging anything that I'm seeing. I just don't really care. But what about you guys? Did you actually like this trailer? Are you vibing with it right now? Do you like the idea of an investigation from the perspective of the Jedi, not the Sith, into the reemergence of the Sith? Are you more mixed on it, or are you more like me, or just like I just don't really care, anymore, which is sad. I would like to care, but Lucasfilm is not providing me a reason to care. Hoping this show is great. Would love to be proven wrong. Please do, but for right now, I'm not feeling it. But as always, please, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of the trailer, what you liked, what you disliked, and I'll see you next time.